Morning by Ben and Taylor, the writers of Peace Country Christmas, a Hallmark parody musical that is going to be playing at the North Peace Cultural Center December 19th, 20th, and 21st. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dub. Good morning,
Thank you. Thank you both for being here this morning. We'll start with this part. I'm in the play now. I wasn't originally, but things happened, and now I happen to be in it, so I'm very excited to be a part of it. Let's talk a bit about where this came from, because this is not something that happens every day with Stage North, where we get an original piece that's written by somebody local. It has happened, but it doesn't happen every day. Tell us a bit about the writing of this parody musical. Where did it come from? What inspired you? That sort of thing.
I was thinking about this last night, actually, because I originally would have said, we were just in the kitchen one day. But this comes out of, we were thinking of Shakespeare parodies to do related to the oil patch.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, like oil's well that ends well, and
that was
other
the main
ones.
one.
Yeah.
Oil's well that ends well.
Like to write one, or these already exist?
No.
We were thinking if we would write a parody.
we were brainstorming that. And then also the opportunity presented that they do the Nutcracker every other year, and this happened to be an off year, and so we were trying to brainstorm about, like, what could we do for
like a Christmas
show. Yes.
Yeah, I see.
And we ourselves are our own little, like, Hallmark tropes. Ben's from here, very like Fort St. John.
Just a local guy.
Just a local guy, and I'm definitely the big city girl who moved here and then had to learn everything about being here.
I feel you on that one.
There you go. And then I have a history with Hallmark movies, too. I've been in a number of them, and I spent a long time working in the film industry. And so when we started talking about it, we were like, Fort St. John is actually a perfect location for a Hallmark movie to take place.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of spun from there.
Yeah, all out of a brainstorm in our kitchen one day.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. How long did it take you to kind of write this? Like, when did this start? Kind of when you sat down and started putting pen to paper?
We set a deadline for ourselves to have it written by like July 2nd. And then I think we started writing on July 2nd and had a read through of the first act on July 7th.
There was a couple like brainstorm chunk it out sessions, and one we did a drive to Vancouver and shouted it out. Another one just at the kitchen table. But yeah, there was definitely the like, we got to set ourselves a hard deadline so that we get inspired to get it done.
Yeah.
And the deadline came, and I was like, okay, I'll start today. I will start today.
Yep.
And then it was up till 3 a.m. for a few days straight.
Amazing. How long ago then would you say the sort of the idea first started, so that you were starting to work on it, even if you weren't writing it down?
Probably last Christmas, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah, probably around then.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been kind of a year process to come up with the idea, write it. Now, Ben, you're directing it. You're the producer of the show, Taylor.
Yeah.
And, of course, next week it happens.
Yeah. It's coming up very fast.
And you said how long to finish writing? Well, script version 5 came out like 2 days ago, so it is not technically done yet.
Yeah, and I believe you said last night's there may be some other parts still to be written, so we're still technically writing it.
But that's also the freeing part of being the writing team. Is it's
right.
Like, we can change it whenever we want. We get into the space and go, no, I want this to change. And we just stress the actors out.
A lot.
How did you choose those pivotal Fort St. John moments? Because I feel like I've been here a short time and there's been so many, and I'm like, how'd you get how did you kind of go through that process of being like, this is the one, this is the second one?
I just asked you, what was all the pivotal moments when you actually moved here?
Having like a similar experience to you, it's like, what are the first things that hit me in the face? And it'd be like certain types of graffiti that I saw plastered all over the walls all over town. Like, oh, that's got a big part in the show now.
Yep.
And
Thinking that the plugins were for EV chargers?
yes, when we moved here, I was really impressed that the apartment building by our house had EV chargers for every single spot. And then Ben was like, oh, sweetheart, those are for block heaters. And I was like, what's a block heater?
Same.
Okay, that makes me feel a lot better.
I was like, wow, like there's electricity everywhere.
Yeah.
We need it.
This is amazing. I
your
love
car.
this.
The other one you struggled with was the like people giving directions by things that don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Go to the Pioneer Inn. She's like, what is the Pioneer Inn?
Oh, just go by where the hospital used to be.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I don't know where that is.
I don't know. That's not a real landmark for me.
Also, the miles. The miles threw me off.
People talking miles?
They like go up to mile 50
Oh,
or whatever.
God,
I'm
yeah.
like, pardon? Like how?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I need a street sign.
I love this because, Ben, you're a Fort St. Johner, so you've been here with 30 odd years. I don't know your age, but anyway, I've been here. Okay. I've been here 6 years, so I'm sort of in the in-between where I remember when I first moved here and what it was like, but I've been here long enough that I know where the old hospital is. And I enjoyed all the jokes, including, without giving it away, the graffiti you're talking about, which I didn't know that anyone else really noticed, which is such a wonderful inside. I love it.
That's great. I walk everywhere around town, and I'm always on foot. And so I saw that graffiti all the time, and hopefully other people will recognize it too when it comes up in the show.
And there's so many of these little tidbits in this show that are just like, if you've been here for a while, you're gonna love this little tidbit, this little moment, because not everything's like huge, but it'll be like it happens, and you're like, that's perfect. Like,
or
how Fort St. John,
or if you've had to relocate to Fort St. John, the little tidbits of like, that's happened.
Yeah,
100%.
The town has so much character. There was, like you said, there was just an abundance of material to work with, and it's very fun and exciting to get to kind of package it up and then present it to the people who live here.
Absolutely. We could talk about this all day, but I guess we just got to get kind of to the nitty gritty of it. Next week, the show actually opens. We get to the actual sort of, watching it and whatnot. Again, a Hallmark parody musical. This is comedy. This is music. This is Fort St. John. It's lots of fun. Tell us why we should buy tickets.
You go first.
Well, I'll say I know there's a lot of people here who watch the Hallmark movies every year, and they're fun and they're cheesy. And now you get to enjoy all of those parts of it with a little bit of sass sprinkled on top, and then all of the inside jokes, like we said. And it's family friendly. Yeah. You can bring your kids. It's not something that you have to get a babysitter for necessarily. There is a matinee on the Saturday too, which is a little bit more kid friendly. So it's just a really fun way. Everything we've ever talked about with this show is just infusing joy as much as we can, and giving people something that they feel seen in and can laugh at by just recognition of fun tidbits.
Go ahead.
And on top of that, because the Christmas season has a lot of spending and a lot of things like that, we made sure that tickets, adult tickets, are $20 even.
Yeah,
and I
super
can't remember
affordable.
What the kids
15.
15.
Yeah.
Was a big part of our
that was going to be my next question. So you beat me to it, Ben. And tickets are available where? How can we grab them?
Online, the Cultural Center website. You'll be able to find tickets for each of the days. They are going fast. I had a week and a half ago a report on ticket sales, and so if you're thinking about it, you probably want to just do it now before they're gone.
This will sell out, so don't wait on it any longer. And we should say quickly, if you buy tickets to this and to Mamma Mia, the musical going up at the end of February, you will save 10% off, but you do have to go to the box office to get that deal. So bear that in mind as well. Anything else either you want to say before we let you go today?
I just want to drop a little hint that there is one very well-known Christmas song, and it has a very big diva moment, and it's taken by Dub. And everybody needs to come just to relish in Dub singing a big, beautiful diva moment. It's wonderful. No pressure, but he's amazing. He gets a round of applause every single time.
Thanks for that. Well, Ben and Taylor, thanks for coming by, and I guess we'll see you on Sunday for our next big rehearsal. And again, Peace Country Christmas, December 19th, 20th, 21st at the North Peace Cultural Center. Make sure you get your tickets now.
This community interview is supported by your Member of Parliament, Bob Zimmer. Stop by his office in Fort